Ohmeezzy the one. I'm here with another solo reaction video. I got my mic back to prep to where it was, and now I'm back to eating my mic. So this video is another Ohmeezzy video, but it's about a person that I ain't even gonna lie have hit more boxes than I thought. This is a OnlyFans, YouTube, Twitch star who seems to be wanting to quit it all. Let's get into it and see what's really going on. My bad.
To know your position on this. What is your problem? Strongly enough,
Damn.
they have to swap.
I can't deal with this anymore.
I don't have my headphones
Call your
on,
dad,
so
bro.
race.
Call your
She's
dad.
like, well,
Amouranth. Call your dad. Amouranth.
You mean I
Call your dad.
catalyzed?
Amouranth.
You're saying I catalyzed?
Hello?
I catalyzed?
You hate me, just kill me, please. It would be so much
Hello?
Random just
I
takes one
can't
off.
deal with this
Man,
anymore.
shut you are. You're crazy. Why are you moving so fast?
I catalyzed.
You're dangerous for society.
I seen people do shit for views, but this different.
What in the husband-wife drama did I walk into? Sometimes I feel like I walked into the wrong room. For those of you that don't know, that red-headed woman who was in Distress was Amouranth, who is a longtime streamer.
Amouranth. Now, I didn't know she was a streamer. I'm not even gonna hold you. I only know her from her ads on Instagram, and if y'all know the type of ads I'm talking about, the not safe for work ads that pop up on Instagram or Twitter when you least want them to. But I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't know she started streaming. I want to know what her content like.
Very successful, who's had an eventful career, who's gone from cosplaying space to the OnlyFans space to YouTube to Twitch, pushing the envelope of TOS. She was one of the
Well, I don't want to know what her content's like. This just summed it up for me.
original Gooners. Like, there's a reason why she came from the OS sphere into Twitch, and if you didn't think that that was going to translate, you're sadly mistaken. But even though she has a history and a past of, partial nudity, TOS pushing, hot tub streaming, and all of those things, that does not mean that anybody could have predicted this future in which she would have a crazy history of events, like, I don't know, having her house burglarized in recent times. Yeah, I don't know how much of this we can show. This is crazy.
Go now, hurry up. Hurry. Go, keep going, hurry. It's not in the pool. Stop playing. Stop playing.
These some bitch ass niggas.
Did she just not have like the world's dirtiest house? That was crazy.
First thing, I hear a white voice who's yelling. Very Caucasian. But that's not even what gets me. It's that the brother is sitting here putting his hands on a female, sitting here trying to act tough, trying to act like he's in control of this situation. He probably watches her stream. He probably is one of the major fans and just said, "Oh, let's wonder. Let me do this." This is why I don't really like the internet, because I see how involved people get, and it becomes to situations like this.
Crazy as hell. Now, the reason why she got out of that situation is because of her husband. He opened some fire and he literally saved her life in
Real
that
shit,
situation.
real man.
A life or death situation. Her husband had to step up, fire some shots, and get her up out of there.
Hello.
What's up, Amouranth's husband? Nice to meet you.
Hi, how's it going?
You're a real warrior. You're a good husband, man. You were brave that night. Good.
Everyone says that, but really, I credit her with saving both of our lives because, look, put myself in her shoes. I don't know if I'd be clear thinking enough to stay calm and to, formulate a plan and to basically lead them to where, someone might have a firearm or who can help, right? Because, a lot of people make a big thing about how, oh, well, she doesn't have scars or whatever. It's like, they were pistol whipping her, and so she called me when it happened, and we can go into the story in a little bit.
Yeah.
And so I was actually on the phone with her when they shot the door twice and then kicked it in.
Now, based off of his actions during that time, you would think that Amaranth's husband is a stand-up gentleman. I mean, even in a situation where it has been portrayed that he saved her life, he gave her a lot of the credit. Like, this seems to be one of the most stand-up people in the world. But in recent events, Amaranth's husband has been exposed by Amouranth herself as being basically a snake, backdooring, and literally we get to see behind the fourth, fifth, and sixth walls in the conversation of big streamer finance and what that really means.
We have a Kit contract, and we still do OnlyFans. She does, right? The amount of money we make with both, with the exception of the last 2 months, has always been less than what OnlyFans alone used to make in 22 and 23. 2022 and 2023, and 2021. Back then, OnlyFans often hit a monthly of $2 million.
Oh, God.
Currently, last month we did over 2, but this month and every other month under the Kick contract, Kick plus OnlyFans, did about 1.2 to 1.3. Sometimes 1.5. Actually, kind of frequently 1.5. But you get
Seeing the instant switch. Seeing the instant switch from, oh, I was a husband. She called me, and I could understand as a man the fear of not being there, the fear of hearing everything going on and not having as much control, probably speeding on his way back because he don't even know what's going to happen. But at this point, like, you see the switch of his energy, and this could be months before or this could be after. I don't know because I don't watch this type of content. But you could see that this is a strategic man, and he is also strategic when it comes to this OnlyFans thing. He wants the money out of this situation.
You know what I'm saying? So if you look at it, we made more money in 22 and 23 per month than we did any of the months in the last 2 years.
I have some questions, but it's probably gonna come off wrong because this is her husband. Is this her husband or is this her pimp? Now, I know I'm probably jumping to a lot of conclusions, but he said a lot of we. And I know when you are, together in holy matrimony, the finances are combined, but she's the one doing the dirty stuff. She's the one getting naked on camera.
See, I understand that, but when it comes to like relationships and assets, if you want him to be able to split up everything and give up everything, you gotta be willing out to do the same thing. Now, like I said, it seems like he's on manager mode. It seems like she probably not the one who could manage your money well. She's probably not the one who knows how to build up all that shit. He's probably the one who actually take care of all that shit. And again, I see that a lot. I see that a lot when it comes to OF. I'm not really a consumer when it comes to that, but I do see there's a lot of people who are taking the Jack Doherty it's like expense on this, spending money on these females just to manage them, just to get a profit of what they got. And I'm not going to say that it's not good money. Hit your hustle how you want to hit it. Like,
Nobody watches for you. And I know somebody might make the argument, oh, well, when it's the husband's money, it's our money. That's right. I don't know if it makes it 100% right. Like, he is literally the non-money maker in this conversation, talking about how much we make and she's doing all the work. I think in any other situation, we would say that that is wrong. Now, what even makes it stranger is that he's decided to take over her kick stream in some instances in order to bury her in allegations where she can't even defend herself. She said she went to bed. She was going to bed. And he decided, hey, I'm going to stay on your kick stream, say a bunch of things about you where you won't be able to defend or give any sort of context, in which he put a bunch of heavy allegations on her that may or may not be true, but it doesn't even matter because she's not on the stream to defend herself.
Like, I didn't want that recorded because I know when you record it, it's gonna go off the rails. You have damned that to be the very last fight because it's all fucking unraveling at that point.
Mind you, you can run that back and see her chat is like, yo, who are you? Why are you here? We want to hear from her. We don't care about you. And with that comes the most damning piece of evidence in the conversation. Amouranth has been accused by her husband on camera, who also just had issue with everything being filmed, that she had cheated multiple times on him. Now, if she does OnlyFans with a partner, I don't understand how that can be cheating, but they set the boundaries in their relationship. So who am I to really even judge in this conversation? Seemingly exposing a cuckold type of relationship in order to get her audience on her bad side. God, this is a low for this man.
Let me talk about you.
now I'm going to explain why something like this wouldn't work. Now, when it comes to the OnlyFans management and all this shit, you stay in the back because no one really gives a fuck about your face. Even when it comes to all these girls doing this promo and shit, I really don't give a fuck. But I could tell you this, as a man, niggas don't give a fuck about your boyfriend, your husband, all that. They just give a fuck about what's the next picture you gonna show. And if you just sitting here on some shit like, oh, she cheated, she doing all this, that, and the third, that's just gonna promote it worse. That's just gonna make it more like people trying to slide up on her, more people trying to talk to her. You're just making the situation worse for you.
Kissing black men while we're married.
That is not even true.
Were
Oh my god.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that one.
We can talk about that, sure.
Okay, let's talk about it.
You had me go on Tinder dates I didn't want to go on, and then you started calling me while we were at the
And
karaoke
then
bar
you
a lot.
asked me if you could have an open relationship.
That is no.
Oh, you didn't?
You were wanting an open relationship.
No, did you ask that? Okay, maybe I will sleep with Aaron. Did we say that?
No, that is
Never?
not.
You
No.
never asked
Fresh and
that?
fit?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. We're gonna lie to your chat now. Okay.
For
Sure,
literally
sure.
not lying.
And you didn't give him a hand job in the
I
parking
did
lot?
not.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Correct. I did not
didn't
do
drive
that.
up on you guys together, you giving him a hand job in the parking lot
Dude,
in Chinatown.
These men can't even find that would make us money of such sexual acts that you are claiming right now. Yet you're saying I would do it off stream for no money?
Yes.
You're retarded.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. Did y'all catch his Donald Sterling moment where he basically says, "You're embarrassing me because you're associating with black people"?
Yeah, it bothers me a lot that you want to broadcast that you're associating with black people. Well, then you could bring them in, you could do whatever you want. The little I ask you is not to promote it on that and not to bring them to my games.
Now,
I'ma say this again. He made it worse for himself, especially like trying to put on this when you have all this stuff going on, like the OnlyFans and shit. You realize the relationship probably not going to be the most stablest. You realize you're going to have to take a lot more sacrifices. You realize a lot more people are going to end up doing the things that personally you probably wouldn't want them to do, and at the same time you're putting yourself in this light where people are going to end up comparing you to Sneeko. People are going to compare you to the other people who basically got put in the situation by their own means. And again, for the way you talked about the money, the way you talked about the managing and doing all this shit, I believe that's your fault, the reason why all this shit is happening like this. She wanted a man. You wanted to be a pimp.
Now, did I expect Amaranth's husband to be racist? Possibly. I don't know the guy. Did I expect him to be a cuck? Possibly. He's in control of the OnlyFans finances. But a racist cuck? A racist cuck? Who would have ever seen something like that coming? Like, I couldn't put two and two together like that. That's crazy. Now, what I'm about to show you next, we probably should have seen come up before, because back in 22, Amouranth was signaling that her husband was some sort of abusive person who was manipulative, who would say just the most outrageous things to her, and to the tune of like causing her or her loved ones, even her pets, physical harm.
Why did you say you were gonna kill my dogs?
Leave the house.
Okay, I can leave the. You know what? Actually, I shouldn't leave the house because my dogs are here.
We'll take the dogs and leave. You're asking the question, I'm telling you, and you're interrupting my fucking, telling you, literally.
What are you saying? You just told me you were gonna kill dogs if I didn't do a 24-hour stream.
Nope, did not say that. Now you're just fucking being a liar.
I'm not
I
just.
said it. I said I'm going to tell you what I said in terms of the earlier. Are you saying you did not say that?
I tried to tell you what I heard from you.
Now, I personally remember when that situation happened and everybody thought that she was playing it up for the cameras, that she was really just making up a bunch of stories and whatnot. But after I watched them have a 12+ hour argument, it seems that all those things in 2022 were true, that this guy was really crazy, he was really emotional, and he had no control. Like, I'm not saying that I just am siding with Amouranth because there's a lot of sides of the truth, but he's displayed some stuff on camera that, whew, it's disgusting.
When this fight started till now as today, you said you were unhappy long before I ever said, you know what, I could see it if you did want me. I could see that. You said you were unhappy before, so you're not trying to act like
I'm
me
unhappy,
assuming
and
that
that
is
means
a
I have
reason.
you plotted to kill.
No, it's me thinking about all the shitty things you say to me. Like the last time we argued, you said, I wish I hadn't saved
Look
you
no further
so you
than
wouldn't
I
be
actually
attached to
saved
me.
her life. But maybe I was actually plotting.
Yeah, so you're threatening to divorce the woman that you claimed to love so much that you
If
saved.
I was plotting, I wouldn't divorce you because then I wouldn't get anything.
I don't know if I should say anything after he said anything like that. Like, it's not making you seem better. Both of y'all seem like jackasses. Both of y'all are filming your relationship, and I do have my past video. Please check it out of why I hate influencer relationships. Why I hate influencers bringing everything into the family because it just makes everything more awkward, more complicated, and it puts a light into stuff like this that no one needs to see.
That's fine.
Regardless.
I'm not okay with. I'm not unokay with being observed.
Okay, great.
I'm unokay with you pointing the camera.
Well,
at my
then
face.
leave. I'm not gonna follow you.
So you're literally just gonna be super defiant. Is that right?
Shit. Talk about problems. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Pointing
Leave.
my
You
face.
can move. You can go away.
I wasn't in camera view. You moved the camera
The
view
fuck,
to me.
bro? What is wrong with you? You got. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the police in the background, which they should have been there so long ago. I don't even understand why this is something that is public on the internet. There's a lot of conversations about this being faked, which I think in the era of 2025, it is good to ask if things are fake. You know, one day we'll talk about if clip farming has gotten so out of control that people can't even take, you know, real situations like when Senna and them got accosted by the guy at the park. We can't even take those seriously as if they're serious matters.
Hey, excuse me.
No!
Security.
Emily, no!
Hey,
Stop!
whoa.
It's fucking fight right now.
What?
Get away from
now.
Security!
He's harassing us.
What's going on? Right now. Right now. Fuck off.
Security, please.
Security!
I think there's some validity to question, but also not space to invalidate in these conversations. I think that this is the reality, though, of content creation in the future is that it's a money game. And people are going to be exploited left, right, and sideways going into the future. We've seen the claims and the allegations and, hell, even the reality of what's happening with some of the women attached to the Andrew Tate situation. Like, Jack Doherty's done some of the same things when it comes to women and OnlyFans and content creation. I don't want to say it, but I'm just gonna say it. These e-pimps are out of pocket. Now, as long as it's entertaining, the masses will not care. Like, okay, Amouranth is getting abused by her husband, but as long as that 20-hour stream is on, then it is what it is. In reality, though,
That's what I mean. Y'all don't look when people talk about that parasocial relationship and y'all blame streamers and y'all sit here and blame content creators for playing out this parasocial relationship. We want fans that actually care about us, fans that actually support us and support the things that we are bringing out. Now, the problem is not everybody feels that way, and we have people who just want to do it for the bag. And again, like I said, you can't be mad at someone chasing their bag. But when it comes to shit like this is the reason why I don't like people posting their relationships directly on like social media where everybody can be included or where everybody has like their point of view to it, and it just makes everything more messed up in a relationship. Y'all want to see more Ohmeezzy videos, my guy. The best, well, I want to say second best right now when it comes to broke entertainment. If you want some more unemployed entertainment, I got this man, I got Aquarius Wave, and I got a few more. Please check out my channel. Uh, please stay safe out there. There's a lot of fucked up people. Even the people you think that's closest to you be the ones that switch up on you are the main people who will use you. Ain't got that much else to say. Love y'all to the niggas who stayed to the very end. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.